Hey everyone, it's me, Moody Boo, the Fragrant Nomad, back with you again today. Just off work, just let my dog out and back in, and here's what you get. Aren't you impressed? And this is what it looks like when a nurse gets off work. The winner of the 7th Annual Moody Poll is Salty Amber by Jo Malone, which really surprised me. I don't know why it surprised me, but it did. This one is kind of, I had never heard of it until I went down to Nordstrom. I was just craving buying a perfume in real time instead of online and then getting a sample, trying it out for a while. I just wanted to go and sniff some perfumes and buy some perfumes. So I went down to my local Nordstrom's, which doesn't have any niche to speak of. You have to get those online if you want to buy niche perfumes from Nordstrom. Not in my town. It's all Chanel, Juicy, Gucci, things like that. And so I always go to the Jo Malone display because overall she's got some really good perfumes that I enjoy very much. So this one I went nuts over right away. And it's kind of an odd bird. It's not one I normally would love, but I love this one. So the notes are, according to Fragrantica, cardamom, C notes, myrtle, amber, seaweed, and patchouli. And every one of those notes you get, I detect every one of them. Really well blended. But this to me, when you first spray it, is all about the myrtle, the C notes, and the cardamom. It has this bright, almost citrusy kind of a hint camphoric, a little salty, a hint sweet, kind of an opening. Very fresh, almost clean smelling. It is really almost clean smelling. And then as it evolves, you get more of the amber and you get some of that seaweed. And usually I'm not a big fan of the seaweed note. I can't stand to eat it. Not big into smelling it either. But in this perfume, it works. Mixing with the cardamom and the C notes and the myrtle, it's just beautiful. And it's just enough that combined with those other notes, you really get the impression that you're on the beach. It's beachy, but yet it's also fresh, it's clean, a hint sweet, a hint salty. It's really a dynamic fragrance in my opinion, which is why I instantly fell in love with it, even though a lot of those notes I do not care for. In the proper proportions, they are wonderful, and they got it perfectly in this one as far as I'm concerned. Now, a lot of feminine personalities are going to think this is too masculine for them. Whatevs, because I love it. I wear the shit-ski out of it. You can't really tell, but I've worn it a lot. I usually do a couple of sprays, and it takes, you get that fresh camphoric, oceany kind of a feel for about the first hour, and then some of that amber, and like I said, the seaweed just sneaks in there. It just kind of adds to the oceanic effect. It doesn't really stand out that much, because seaweed in real life can smell very fishy, in my opinion. It tastes fishy too. My husband loves it. Ugh, not me. But I like fresh fish. Fresh. I like to catch it, clean it, cook it. In that order, usually. I don't like store-bought fish a lot because it's not fresh, because I live about 300 miles inland. So it can't be real fresh. It's going to take some time in a truck to get to me. Probably frozen, blah, blah, blah. I like it fresh. Like I said, I like to catch it, clean it, cook it. So I don't like fishy smells, but this is not a fishy seaweed. This is almost like a lab-grown kind of seaweed. It hasn't really gotten all the sea bacteria and fish and turtles and fish poop and plankton and all the flora and fauna that's in the water, in the ocean itself. It hasn't picked all of that up. It just kept that green, oceany, slightly salty kind of an aroma, which I really appreciate, because fishy in perfume, yeah, no. If I smell fishy, I'm taking a shower. I'm just saying, that's the way I roll. So I don't want people thinking, oh, damn, that girl needs to wash up. Or damn, that girl needs to go see a doctor. No, I'm not wearing any fishy notes. Okay, let's be clear. But seaweed now, I'm a little more intrigued about, as long as it's done right. Sea notes are hit and miss for me too, because they can be a bit too much. These are perfect. And mixing with the myrtle and the cardamom and the amber and the patchouli. Now the patchouli comes in with the amber at the deep dry down. But you do get the patchouli, but it's a green patchouli. It's not a head shop hippie kind of patchouli. It's not a super earthy patchouli. It's a very fresh green kind of patchouli, like it's growing on the side of a rock next to the ocean, getting some sea spray on it kind of thing. Oh. So, performance, this is a cologne. It's not a cologne intense or anything. It's just a cologne. But I get every bit of 6-7 hours out of it with 2 sprays. And it projects almost arm's length. It leaves a little sillage, not much, but I have kind of detected it when I've left a room and walked back in. Just a hint. This would be very appropriate, I think, for daytime wear as far as like work. Nighttime, absolutely. I think on formal occasions, this would be a good one to wear because it does have an air of formal to it. Even though there's seaweed and oceanic notes and blah, 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 makes it sound like it's more sporty, makes it sound like it's more casual. To me, I don't know if it's the cardamom and the amber or what, but it has a formal feel to it. It smells sophisticated. Absolutely. It's a bit unique. I think there's some other designer perfumes out there it does remind me of. Can't tell you what they are. I don't wear a lot of designer perfumes. I wear a few, but not a lot. This is one I remember smelling something similar to it on somebody years back. So that's as good as you get. I do think that this has a potential of being a signature scent because it is unique enough. But yet it's not so nichey that it's going to offend anybody. And it projects well enough that I think it could be a signature scent, especially for daytime wear. Nighttime wear, this wouldn't be one that I would pick up for nighttime. This is one I wear to work. But I can see people absolutely loving it for evening formal occasions, maybe even an outdoor wedding. I think that it absolutely could be worn year-round because of those aquatic notes. It gives you the vibe of summer, spring, warmer weather. But with the addition of the amber and the patchouli, I think that lends itself to, gives it enough of a crossover that you could wear it into cooler temps as well. And it's been, okay, so it was hot as the devil's balls like 3 weeks ago. We just got snow today. Welcome to the PNW. Yep, that's the way we roll. So I have worn it in both settings and it does fine. I actually really, really like it in the hotter weather, to be really honest with you. The cooler temps, again, I pull out my heavy hitters, my heavy tobaccos and my heavy patchoulis and my heavy amber perfumes, you know, in the winter time. So this wouldn't be one that I will pick up this winter. I've been wearing it in the cooler temps to see how it does, but this is one that I'm going to really enjoy this spring. I have had it since summer, so I haven't been able to enjoy it during the springtime, but I think this one's really going to be a good one for that, in my opinion. So price, you know, this is a 1 ounce bottle. I think you can get it in the 100 ml. Not positive. Actually, you know, I went on Joe Malone's website and I didn't see it there, even though it was released this year. I didn't see it on their website. So, but I think you can still get it at like Nordy's, probably some of those other larger department stores, maybe even like Macy's. I don't know if they sell Joe Malone, but I thought they did. You can still get it. I saw it on there just a couple weeks ago, so I'm pretty sure you can still get it on those sites. But it's weird that you can't get it on Joe Malone. I don't get that, but you know. So I guess that's, I think I've hit all the topics. Oh, I was going to tell you the price, under $100 for this. I don't remember exactly what it was. I want to say it was 60, 65 maybe for the 1 ounce bottle. And I do think it's worth it. I think it's worth the price. Absolutely. Fresh, clean, slightly salty, hint of sweet, a little hint of camphoric at the beginning, dries down with that amber and patchouli and the seaweed and the sea notes mingling all together, making this beautiful year-round kind of a fragrance. I think Joe Malone's got some shit going on, honestly. I love her perfumes. For the most part. Some bore me to tears and absolutely bore me to tears, but this one doesn't do that. So good for you. Anywho, I guess that's about it. I'm tired. It's Friday. It's snowing out and raining. I'm cold. I feel wet. So I'm going to go change my clothes, kick back on the couch, and pet my dog till my husband gets home. So that's my plan. So anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. My next poll, I'll be posting it either tonight or tomorrow, so it'll be ready for you. I'll be posting this. I usually post on Sundays because I'm really lazy on Saturdays and I just do nothing except for maybe hang out with my grandkids or something, but do some cleaning. But I don't really edit on Saturdays anymore. So I edit Sunday morning and get it posted when I can. That's as good as it's going to get. My next poll will be posting Friday. Today's the 4th. So if you see it up there, I hope you vote. I appreciate you guys voting. It's helping me so much. I'm getting towards the end of the polls that have perfumes that have only been on there once. So now I'm going to start taking some of the ones that didn't make first or second place and start getting them on the polls again. I still have 1 or 2 more that I'll do that haven't been in a poll yet, but then we're going to start having some repetition so I can start getting these done, because I'm still buying perfumes even though I haven't got them all reviewed yet. All right. I know I get really weird on Fridays. It's another reason why I like recording on Thursdays, because I'm not quite so weird. I'm not quite so fried. So anyway, okay. Thank you again for being here. I'll see you soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. And use your own nose. Peace.